told you're never going to be a big actor in America because of that accent. It's like that's the appeal of him is the accent.
It's true. I saw a really early movie that he did. It was called The Villain. And, when I was a kid, I just saw the commercial. I'm like, Mommy, Daddy, I got to go see this movie. It was an awful movie. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And, but I think at this point, if I went back and saw it, I'd probably be really amused just because, Arnold's a terrible, terrible actor. And everything he says or does, just because of his ridiculous body and his ridiculous voice, always turns out to be amusing.
yeah, and it's endearing. Like I kind of love it. I'm like, oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was definitely the most endearing governor of California.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you live in California. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, so were you there during like the Iron Reign of Governor Schwarzenegger?
Oh yes, I was there. The usual political landscape of California is always excruciating, and it was doubly so, I think, at least. Because, he was one of these guys who he tried to be the character in his movie as a governor. So he was just like, it's my way or the highway. I don't know how he said it, but it's like he just tried to middle everything
like
through
protein mixes into the water supply so everyone would bulk up and like mandatory exercising outside.
That would have been awesome, but he just was arrogant and he just tried to have everything his way without any knowledge of how to do politics. And so he got caught on it, and he eventually got really unpopular because people saw him as arrogant, I think if it was just his usual ridiculous, funny self, he would have done really well. But no, he had to try to be the governor, and it didn't work for him.
That's a great perspective to have, though, because over here, of course, we only heard bits and pieces, like little bits about what he was doing. And it's like, well, it sounds like he's okay. He's pretty good.
Well,
so it's good to have
every politician, right? They just want everything their own way, which is, they're trying to, help their cabal of rich people or whatever. That's just what they do. But he did it in the wrong way. And people called him on it, which is kind of unusual because he was so famous and so beloved. And then he turned into like very reviled because he was just very pushy, and everybody could see it.
Yeah, because you see, like, there's a lot of people now backing, like, oh, Dwayne Johnson wants to run for president. And it's like,
I don't know.
The worst thing ever, because it's like, yeah, you're going to end up hating him if he becomes any kind of politician. So
yeah, we hate all politicians; they're all jerks.
Yeah, so just best just stay in your lane, Dwayne. Okay.
Well, they all get contorted by the system, right? It's like, oh, I'm popular, I'm a movie star, everybody's gonna love me. That's true, and then you get thrown into this awful system where it's all about like trying to please these shadowy, like arrogant deep state figures and everything like that, and the elite. And then you feel like you have to conform to whatever they say, and if you don't, they destroy you. And if you do, you turn out to be milquetoast. So it's you shouldn't.
How is
get into
how is
politics.
Your own election campaign going, Disaster? I mean, I understand you're running for next term.
I'm not running for anything. I'm laying in bed.
The best way to podcast at all times.
It's true. I mean, it's just so relaxing and nice. I apologize in advance if I don't respond here and there. I probably just fell asleep. Just call me on my cell.